Welcome back to SEMA 2015. Aaron Schulenberg, Executive Director of the Society of Collision Repair Specialists. I'm joined here by Rick Leos with Toyota. Rick, thanks for having us here to your booth.
Oh, it's great to have you guys here and great to see you guys at the show once again at SEMA. Here we meet, Aaron.
Absolutely. So we're actually here on the backside of your booth because it was just so packed inside. You guys have the coolest slot car kind of demonstrating your OPS tracks delivery process.
Yeah, trying to remind everybody of their childhood, you know, that little handle, pulling the trigger and the car going flying off the track.
You know, that's one of the things that I love about this show is just that energy, right? Because we can kind of all tap into that inner childhood. Like, so whether you're playing with toys in the booth or what, just walking through, it's like being a kid in a candy store, right?
That's correct. Yeah, so we did that for OPS. It kind of showed the delivery optimization and a little bit for ourselves to be childs again, kids, and have fun.
That's cool. That's very awesome. So Toyota stepped up in a huge way this year with the SCRS education program. You guys obviously, we have a great relationship throughout the year working on industry issues, but you guys dove in and said, we want to support the education program at the highest level, be behind repair-driven education, and be behind the OEM Collision Repair Technology Summit. What was it that drove you that said, hey, this is really something we want to be part of?
Well, we want to stay forefront in the industry and let everybody know that we're there for them as independent repair facilities or MSOs, whoever it is, that we really care about our customers, our mutual customer, you know, and the ice sculpture had something to do with it, Aaron.
We did have a fun evening event last night, absolutely, and it's nice to bring the industry together in one room, you know, for those types of things. Yeah, and yesterday was also the OEM Collision Repair Technology Summit. You had two of your engineers who were there, and you know, it was just great conversation. I think you guys were involved in panels about both scanning, calibrations, diagnostics, as well as a panel discussion about the use of steel in design and things like that. Those are really the kinds of things that move the industry forward. But I'm curious from your perspective as an automaker, you guys obviously interface with a lot of shops. There's a lot of Toyotas out there, and when there's a lot of Toyotas on the road, that means a number of them are ending up in collision shops. When you're interfacing with the industry, what's one of the things that you see as a trend or an issue that the shops are facing, and how is Toyota helping to address some of those issues?
So probably the biggest thing that we're concerned with right now is the parts usage, aftermarket parts, glass and all that. And it's not because of those parts are not our parts or we're not selling parts. It's because they're part of our safety devices now. I mean, a windshield on a Highlander, there's a camera behind there and it's distorted and you can't calibrate it. So the parts issue is a really big issue for us right now. We're trying to get in front of it. We got technology coming forward that we really need to get our hands around this because it's collision avoidance and it's our responsibility. It's no longer going to be just the shops. When something fails, they're going to come back to the manufacturer and said, you said the car is going to stop, you said the car is going to do this. And with the parts that are being put on there today, it ain't going to work.
Yeah, there's a lot of technological advancements in today's vehicles, and it's only getting more comprehensive from what we can see. And it's good because consumers are looking for functionality. They're looking for cool things in their vehicles and for them to work better and while they're operating them. So I think that's great that you guys are looking at doing that. You were also involved in pushing a project relative to estimating, helping shops kind of do that. And I know we talked about that a lot at the last couple SEMAs. Where's that at in the stages right now?
Okay, so that program actually launched in June of 2015, and we've got great traction. We're adding to it. We'll have another IP on in probably the next 90 to 120 days, which is one of the bigger IPs, so we get a little bit more penetration. But we're now doing structure and complete cars on that, and we got incredible results from it. We really have. With the non-reusable parts, I mean, the quality of the repairs are starting to step up on those guys. The CSI looks better, their cycle time looks better. So we're working with insurance partners too to try to prove it out. It's not always a dollar value at the end of the estimate. Sometimes it's the overall, the holistic view of the claim. And that's a hard thing to change the industry.
So if you had one piece of advice for shops out there watching this program, if you could think of one thing that you would encourage them to keep at the forefront of their mind every time they're approaching one of your vehicles or any vehicle, writing a sheet, doing a repair, what would your one piece of advice be?
So for any manufacturer, it would be training, education.
Absolutely. And following OEM recommended procedures? Yeah,
It's the
good.
only way to fix the car.
Well, listen, on behalf of the industry, on behalf of SCRS, I can't thank you enough for the support that you guys give. It really means a lot to have a good partnership with auto manufacturers. It's what helps us deliver the information we need for our membership. For everybody else out there, make sure to come stop by the Toyota booth. There's a lot of fun toys in there to play with, a lot of cool vehicles to check out.
Right.
If you're not here, make sure you make plans for next year. This show just gets better and better every year.
Right.
Rick, thanks again.
Thank you guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you guys.